health, inspiration, love, life.
What's going on, my people? I got a special guest on my show today, man. He's actually one of the first people that ever appeared on Hill TV on the Hill TV interview. It's been a while, man. This is Health, Inspiration, Love, Life Television. I got the researcher, the scholar, the credit repair specialist, my brother Shaka Zulu. What's going on, my brother?
What's up with your brother? Shout out to Hill TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've been brothers for about, I don't know, over 3 years now, and
4 years.
4 years now. We've been assisting each other, supporting each other, and it's a beautiful thing to watch your evolution and see where you came when we first got together and first started our relationship. It's different now. You know, it's been a pandemic. The world is collapsing. The economy is crashing. A lot of people are panicking and they worried out here. Kids are not in school. So what's your perspective on the current events and what's currently going on?
Now, on the last thing, and also, yes, y'all want a copy? I love studying the school system. All of us are victims of it. The 12-step brainwash program. Y'all can get my book, The Dark Side of America's School System by Shaka Zulu, a.k.a. Jamarian Harris. It came out in 2016, around the time I met the brother. And it's a wonderful book. I won Best Writer of the Year in 2016. I go in on the education system. I call it the education system.
That was a great book, too. I read it.
And so, based off the last thing that you was talking about, now they say I was talking about this on my Facebook page. And y'all go to my Facebook page, Jamarian Harris, and you'll see Shaka Zulu in parentheses. And so, there's no school is out until the fall. They were saying until May, but now they're saying until fall. Now, let me tell y'all something. Let me show y'all something. I was just showing this yesterday on my page. It's right here. Now, all right, I'm going to get to it in a second. Now, they upgrading technology in these schools. They putting up 5th generation technology in these schools. They upgrading it. Go to my video that I put up in Arlington, Virginia, when inside the Title I school, the low income schools, how the teachers students was having seizures every time they stepped into the building.
Whoa.
How the parent thought the black daughter kept telling her mother, like, Mama, my head hurt every time I go in there. Something about going inside the school. I don't know if it's the AC. They don't know what it is, right? Now, mind you, it's the upgrade of all the wireless devices that's up in that school. The 5G technology that they upgraded to. And if you want to test something on somebody first, you test it on low-income people in these Title I schools. And so the mother went there with the daughter because she thought her daughter was just going through something herself. She went there. She's the mother. I got the video up. I got the facts. I got everything up. In Arlington, Virginia. I don't know the name of the school. It's a middle school. It's a junior high school. And the mother started becoming dizzy when she stepped into the school. Some girls started having seizures when they was in the school. So the teachers started having class outside. They started having class outside. And the teachers, you heard them secretly recording, because the principal got fired. They was trying to say it was the air. No, it's the technology. So what I'm saying is they said children ain't going back to school until fall, because when they go back, they already got the wireless devices in these schools. So when I sent my children to school, because I was homeschooling them, because I was starting to work for myself, so I could pay for them to get professionally homeschooled, right? What I did when I sent my children to school, I would buy them a diode. I would get them this to wear to school. See, you always go back to the creator. You always go back to your maker, because Mother Nature has everything. Anything that somebody trying to harm you with, the Mother Nature always got something for it. It's just knowledge is power. And so, and the wisdom is the application of knowledge.
What's that right there, Shaq?
This is a diode. This is made out of a special rock. And what it does, it gathers all the positive ions coming from EMF radiation from all wireless devices that we don't see, that we've been bombarded with, that messes with our cells, that lessens our life expectancy. And so what it does, you put it in the ground to charge it. You put it in the ground to charge it for 10, 15 minutes. You just dig a little hole in the ground, or you can put it on the tap in your sink, because it's connected to the ground. By law, all sinks are supposed to be grounded or whatever. And you can charge it up, and it will draw all the all the positive ions that it accumulated throughout the day. You can wear it for a day and a day and a half, and it'll just protect. What it does, it puts an aura around you. You can't see it, but it protects you from anything, any negative radiation. You can put it up under your bed while you go to sleep.
Wow.
We shouldn't sleep by electronic devices. So I send my children to school with this.
Nice.
And the tablets, see, there's a reason why they stopped calling them laptops, y'all. They started calling them tablets for a reason. Because laptops, what they do, they use a lot of euphemisms. And so for safety reasons, they call them, because laptops, it's called chronic infertility, because the radiation, that's cut because people have laptops on their laps. So they smoothly switch the words up. So that's what I got to say about that, about the schools, because everything has to do with them upgrading the technology in these schools. They already putting these 5G towers up, and the fifth generation technology, because the new world order is already here. It's just the finishing touches to it. The backbones of the new world order is fifth generation technology. That's how they can set up smart cities like in Wuhan, China. In Wuhan, China, they got fifth generation towers. They got facial recognition cameras, over 200 billion cameras. And you can step outside and say Uber, and an Uber will show up in like 5-10 minutes. Because
wow,
you don't even need a cell phone. Look, one day in the next 5-10 years, we're not going to need no cell phones. You are the cell phone.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying? They got smart meters. And I showed y'all my smart meter. I opted out. I mean, I don't have a smart meter. I opted out.
And Shock, this information you're giving us right now, this is all relatable to the question I told about.
It's relatable to the question, the 5G, the coronavirus that they're using. That's real, but it's not as bad as what people think that it is. And these numbers is cooked. Dr. Peter Jansen, the senator, and he's a doctor of Minnesota. Dr. Jansen, Jansen, of Minnesota. He talked about for every COVID-19 diagnosis is $13,000 that the doctor get. For every person that they put on a ventilator, that's $39,000. So 13 plus $39,000, that's $52,000 that one doctor get tax-free money for that COVID-19 diagnosis and putting them on that ventilator. Now you can practice racism at its best. This is why you got the high increase of more black people that's dying than other people, but it's not the COVID-19. It's the ventilator that they putting them on. They give them too much oxygen, and they put them in they put them in rooms with no windows and no fresh air. So what you're looking at, they're using a virus and telling you social distancing. Don't go here. And you got the job loss of about 30 million jobs that's been lost. Over 30 million jobs is being lost. Mm-hmm. Trump took $2 trillion and passed it out which was our money anyway, and passed it out to us. But what you see is the dollar crashing. You're seeing the dollar crashing, being devalued more. In the next couple of years, it's going to be a cashless society. Right. Because some of these Whole Food stores, recently they went from cash lines and card lines to straight card. Some stores is going straight cashless.
No more cash no more.
And for drug dealers, for people that's doing things illegal, what you're going to see an influx in crime, because no drug dealer going to go around, cash out me this for this drug sale. Mm-hmm. It's like, take some handcuffs and just drive down to the county jail and lock yourself up. Because it's being monitored. So we're living in times, they're taking all of our freedoms away. We're living up under the times of the most surveillance. And so, like 9/11, they did the Hegelian dialectic. What is that? That's the problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem. They wait for the reaction. Oh, give us more freedom. Then they give a solution. Now, they created the Patriot Act. They could wiretap your phone with no warrant. They could kick your door in with no warrant. They could lock you up with no due process and send you to Guantanamo or whatever with no charge, no due process, because of the Patriot Act that George Bush signed. Y'all got to understand. So they already chipped away. They already chipping away. Chipping, right. And so the coronavirus that the people was protesting here in Raleigh the other day with guns. Right. They was protesting in California that I put on.
There was some Europeans down there walking around with machine guns. If it was us, we'll get shot down like dogs.
When you go out there and listen to the protesters, they'll tell you, they're like, man, what you think is going on? They're like, Bill Gates is behind this, George Soros. They say the government. They said, why you ain't got on no mask? They said, listen, all this stuff is bull crap. All that mask stuff, listen, because it's airborne. If you're going to catch something, you breathe oxygen, don't you? You see what I'm saying? Right. Only thing the mask is protecting people from you. It ain't protecting you from anything because you breathe oxygen. Once you hold your breath the whole time while you outside. People got all these masks with the Gucci designs, the Africa thing on it, the spikes all in it, and looking all cute and shit. You know, it's way beyond that. So people talking about, I put a Facebook up of my son at football practice because I'm not a sheep like everybody else. I don't believe in that stuff like everybody else. Right. And so somebody put on my son's on my Facebook page, oh, why they y'all not practicing social distancing? I'm talking about it's straight up off from the media. How off the dinner plate from the media? Because nobody ever used those combination of words, y'all. Nobody in human history ever used those two combinations of words, social distancing. Social distancing. You see what I'm saying? The media, whoever the controllers is of the society, they told the media, look, keep saying social distancing. They said, then our TV head tells, our zombie head tells, we listen to it, social distancing.
So basically, they don't want us to have human interaction.
Yes, they want to say, listen, they locking us
And what's
down.
the goal of us not having human interaction?
Because they want to depopulate the planet. They're saying there's too many people on the planet. But you can take all the 7.5 billion people on this planet and put them in the state of Texas, and we have acres again. We have a lot more room.
Right.
You see, animals got us outnumbered thousands to one.
Right.
Animals got us outnumbered thousands of times to one. Now you telling me it's too many people? Really? For real? For real? And so it's too many people on the planet according to them. That's why they say global warming and it's too much food to produce. So they're using these as excuses, and they're going to introduce the coronavirus vaccine that they're making that they're going to introduce in the fall. So
is that going to be a mandatory vaccine?
In a sheep's mind,
right?
If you ain't ready to die for it,
right?
If you ain't ready to die for it,
right?
And so my children don't get vaccinated anyway,
right?
And so, but even if they threaten me, you got to kill me, you got to do whatever,
right?
And so, they're going to introduce the coronavirus vaccine in the fall. Now, part of this is funny because when the children go back to school, now this is speculative. This is allegedly, this is my opinion. This part right here is my opinion. Everything else that I said was a fact. And so I believe that because I know that they're going to come out. It's going to be a stipulation. You're going to have to get this shot because they got everybody scared.
Right.
When you go to Walmart, you want to see a freak show, go to Walmart. You want to see a freak show, you will see. They got the stuff on the floor 6 feet apart. Everybody with masks. You got everybody scared. Everybody got masks because they listen to the government. And
media, their job is to spread fear.
Yeah.
And
then if you go
propaganda and fear.
Medea is the Greek god of deception. Even the words that they got is a god that's responsible for deceiving of deception.
Bring that again. Say that again.
Medea.
Tomato. Wow.
Medea. Or that's even a criticism about Medea about Tyler Perry too. And so Medea. You looking at a Greek god, a god that's responsible for deceiving.
And they can look that up right now, Shock, and they'll find that that definition. Wow.
And so not the definition. That's the god.
That's the god.
That's
Greek.
the demigod. Like Hercules and Achilles.
Hercules.
And all
wow.
That. You see what I'm saying? Nike is a Greek god.
Nike.
Wow. Nike. The Nike sign is a Greek symbol.
And what did Nike god do? What was his power?
Remember. I just know the dude that made Nike. He named it after a Greek god.
After a Greek god. Wow.
It's like Hollywood. It's named after a holly tree that the Druids used to do magic spells with in Ireland. The Irish. You see what I'm saying? When St. Patrick went in there to kill him, he was Patrick, but the saint paid him to go and kill all the snake people, but the people were Eurasians that practiced from Egypt, and he killed all the people. So there's a lot of history that we don't know, man. There's a lot of history.
That we don't,
so
right.
They making this coronavirus vaccine. All these black folks that's dying, they dying. Most of them dying from these ventilators. They can't get enough. They getting too much oxygen. And the coronavirus, it makes them feel sometimes like they can't breathe or whatever. But you got to understand, on the list, the number one death-causing disease or virus is tuberculosis. That's number one at the top.
Right.
Coronavirus is number 17.
Right.
But what's the difference? Coronavirus got something different than tuberculosis. Media coverage. Medea, the Greek god, the deceptive god. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what we're dealing with. So they want to they scaring us. Every time they want to go to war, just like in World War II. What happened? They let the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor. Roosevelt knew that 2 weeks before that the Japanese broke the radio signal codes, because the U.S. government broke the radio signal codes that the Japanese were going to attack on Pearl Harbor. He let it happen to give an excuse to get into World War II.
Whoa.
World War I.
So you basically telling me they let that war happen.
They let that happen.
Wow.
They let that happen.
They let Pearl Harbor happen.
So the people will be scared. So the same thing happening now, but they do it differently. And so same thing now. They're using this coronavirus. They're scaring the crap out of people. And I'm not saying it ain't real, y'all. It's real.
It's definitely real. A lot of people are dying out here.
And most of the people that are dying,
a lot of people are dying.
Ventilators, but the people that are dying from it is elderly people.
Yes.
It's people with compromised immune system.
Yes.
With high blood pressure.
Yes.
And then people buying all this toilet paper and the hand sanitizer. Don't you know the hand sanitizer killing your good bacteria and your bad bacteria?
Wow. Does it?
You got so many people so brainwashed. They sheeple. You see a sheep go over the cliff, you're going to go right over that cliff with them.
Whoa.
So I forgot, it starts with a T. It's a chemical that's in it. But it's killing
a lot of people
ain't bad bacteria.
They're just not as educated, and a lot of us are lazy, Shaq.
And children have the strongest immune system. They have the strongest microbiome. That means they have the largest diversity of good bacteria and bad bacteria, but because they're younger. The older you get, the less diverse your microbiome becomes, the less improvement that your immune system can improve. You see, to fight things off. And so children, the reason why their immune system, they stay sparring off with stuff because they nasty as hell.
Right.
They touching stuff all the time.
Of course.
And they touching their eyes. Look, wash your daggone hands. You shit them there. They scratching their butts.
Of course.
Touching the bottom of their shoe. Then picking up a sandwich.
Of course.
And so as a result of that, their microbiome, their immune system is, we got to fight again, Larry.
Right.
Look, Samantha, we got to fight again.
Right.
Look, Jonathan, crazy. We got to fight. And so their immune system is sparring off just like a boxer. It's sparring and staying in shape.
Shaka, so what's the solution as far as adults out here, the sheep out here? What can they do to build their immune systems? What are the first steps they can do to build their immune systems up and protect themselves?
Vitamin C boost your immune system up. It'll be a great thing to stop eating meats.
That'd be real
good. We
got
got a lot of parasites inside of us by the dead. See, look, if you really want to eat an animal, you want to get something out of it, eat him right then. Eat him while he got the life force still in his blood. like lions and animals, they eat them right then.
Shaka, you know we cowards. You know we ain't built for that.
So, and we ain't got terror. So
we like it packaged in plastic.
Eat them right then. Eat them raw. Eat them right then. And the
we ain't built for that.
The food that you already eaten, it was fear. Like the cows before they were slaughtered, they had fear put into them. That was
I heard about that fear hormone.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, just like these white folks in Hollywood, they got something called adrenal gland or something, and it's from animals, it's from humans that's been sacrificed, and then when they sacrifice these children, their adrenaline will pump. They must scare the crap out of them right before they kill them, because their adrenaline be pumping. So they got something called adrenochrome or adrenal something that they be drinking. These Hollywood crazy people, so stop eating meats. Vitamin C, boost up on your vitamin C. If you have a hard time breathing, they got something called stingy needles. Stingy needles.
Okay.
Hikers use it when they climb at high altitude. Okay. This is a herb, y'all. And in Africa, getting off the plane, because Africa